Hello guys, hope you guys are having a great Sunday and thank you for tuning in. Today I will be reviewing YSl Y EDP. Here is the bottle. It's a very nice bottle. Here's the back of the bottle. Sorry for the fingerprints. Here is the batch code. The cap. Oops, the cap's actually pretty heavy. Here's the inside of the bottle. A little YSl logo down there or in there. It's the front. Here is the Atomizer. Here's the side. You got your little Y right here. This was released back in, I believe, 2018. This is an Eau de Parfum concentration. And I have been using this. Well, I don't really use this scent, but it is a great scent. I have a little dent in it. It's like up to here. I don't know if you can see it, but I have used this. It's a great scent. So you can pick this up on Macy's or retail for $165. It'll be like around $180 with tax, $175 with tax, somewhere around that vicinity for a full bottle. Or you can pick this up on a discounter like Joma Shop for $99. I originally bought this back in 2019 at my local Macy's. I actually bought Invictus. I don't know which Invictus it was, but I bought Invictus and I didn't really like it, so I just returned it and got this one because I really liked how it smelled. It was really nice. So now that we have the pricing out of the way, let's move on to the season. What type of season does this shine in? If you purchase this, you can probably wear this during the spring, fall, and summer. It is a versatile scent. I'd probably recommend this more for like the spring, when it starts to go from cool to a little bit warmer, but it might be too cloying for the summer, even though people do wear it during the summer. I think it can be a little too much. I think when it's above 90 degrees, it might be a little too cloying because it's a strong scent. You're gonna smell it, you might choke people out. So it's pretty dark for a summer scent, but you can wear it during the summer, you know. But it's not gonna be like a bright summer scent like this. This is like a high heat summer scent. It's not like a Voyage or this Hawaii Ice. This is like a high heat summer scent. Or even this. This is pretty good for the high heat. But this tends to be more on the darker side of the summer scents. Kind of like a Versace Dylan Blue. When it is a summer scent, you can wear it in the summer, but it's a little too dark for like the high heat. And I would say like this Abercrombie and Fitch First Instinct. This is a summer scent too, but I think it can be a little too dark because of that melanote for like a high heat, 95 degrees and up humid scent. This is more, at least in my opinion, more like the 80 to 85 spring, summer weather. I think if you do wear it, if it's 90 degrees and up, I think it can definitely be a little too cloying, especially if you live like in a humid climate. Like say, again, I always use the examples like the like South America when it can get a little too hot and humid, or like Florida when it gets a little too hot and humid, or like the Philippines, India, Southeast Asia. I think it's a little bit harder to wear this just because it can be a little too hot and humid, you know. But if you're living like in the coast, like say SoCal, or maybe like southern Spain, Italy, the Levant, Turkey, the coastal areas of southern Europe, North Africa. When it gets hot, but it's like that dry heat and it's not super duper hot, I think it'll shine. This is definitely a great scent. So let's go on to the occasion. Okay, so the occasion that you can wear this, you can wear this to the office. If you have an office job, you can definitely wear it to the office. But be careful with the sprays because this thing is kind of strong. It's actually really strong. Because I remember last October, we were meeting. I had a class and we had a meeting like a theater. And I wore this bad boy. I put 3 sprays, one right here on my shoulder, one on my chest, one on my shoulder, and it was like around, I would say, it was around 80 degrees. It was pretty. It was October, so it was getting kind of cold, and I was choking myself out. I think it was a little too strong. So be careful with the sprays. I think if you do 3 sprays, you might choke yourself out, like I was choking myself out. But if you do more than 3, yeah, it's definitely too much, I think. But yeah, just be careful with the sprays if you're gonna use it for like the office. You can also use this if you have like a date, or if you're going to like let's say a club or like a restaurant where there's a lot of people. This will be great, but be careful with sprays. If you're going to a party, this will shine. I'm trying to think what else. You can use this for like your school scent too if you're going to call. I think this is more like a college guy scent. I think it's a little too it's not juvenile enough for like a high schooler. A high schooler can wear this, but I think it's too much for like a high schooler. If I could go back and I had money to buy more expensive colognes, I'd probably wear this if I was in high school again. But this can be a little too much like in high school, just because you're like too close together. But if you're like in a college class and there's like enough space for you to, the class is big and you have enough space to like not hurt someone's nose, this will be good. This is great if you're working like in outdoors, like if you're doing land survey, or you're working at AT&T, or you have a construction job and it's not super duper hot. This bad boy will shine. I think it's a good outdoor scent too. It could be a little too much again if you have like if you have an outdoors job, but it's like too demanding. You might choke yourself out with this, so be careful. But yeah, 3 sprays is enough. This is like a very versatile scent. You can wear this for different occasions. It's a very versatile scent. But again, just be careful when it gets like super hot, because like you can choke yourself out. Now let's go and check this Atomizer. So I'll have the Drydown right here on my wrist. It's been sitting for like 20 minutes, I think. Around 20-25 minutes. And let's check the Atomizer. I also sprayed one on the shirt right here that I'll probably wear tomorrow. Just because I like spraying cologne on my clothes. And I know there's people that spray cologne on their clothes instead of their skin, because it smells better. For example, for me, if I spray cologne like on my neck or on my wrist, it doesn't really smell good. Just because I do wear lotion, and I usually wear cologne when I come out of the shower, so it kind of mixes up with the chemicals I already have in, and I think my skin is not meant for cologne. So I am testing it on skin and on clothes for the different types of people that wear cologne. So now let's check the Atomizer. Atomizer check. I hope you guys can see it. So it has a great Atomizer, compared to like most colognes. It's pretty good Atomizer. Like the 1 million from yesterday's video, like the Atomizer. I like the bottle, but you kind of have to get in here. But this one, you just lightly tap, gives you a good area of dispersion. So now to the opening. So right now I don't have Fragrantica open. Well, I do have it on the side, but it's just in a tab. But I'm not looking at the notes because I like to be genuine when I try to describe the scent, because it'll be a lot different when you have the notes than when you don't have the notes. So if someone were to ask me on the street, be like, hey Juan, what does YSl Y smell like? Can you describe it for me? I would probably say, let's check it out. So I do have some notes on what I originally thought, because I usually tend to like spray it and then note down like on my Google Docs right here what I smell. So on my wrist right here, I have, because it's hard to describe cologne. Like, it really is difficult to describe a scent when you don't have the notes. But I wrote down here, and I originally wrote down dark woody, dark watermelon, wine, and green grassy note. So right here in the, that's what I originally wrote down in the opening. So I'm definitely smelling like that. This is definitely like a dark, I don't know why this reminds me like of a wine, like a watermelon wine. See, I don't drink or anything, but I feel like I can have a wine note because it's a little dark. Like I said, it's not bright. It's not a citrusy bright summer scent like this. It just smells like cucumber water. It's not, oh, it's not like aquatic and fresh, kind of like this. And it's not citrusy like this, you know. So when you say it's a summer scent or like a hot weather scent, you're getting something dark. So you're getting, I would say it's dark and woody. Dark woody and like a wine-ish note in there. So think of like a dark wine, but a fresh dark wine is what I would describe it. It's not shower gel, like, it's not like a shower gel fresh scent, but it's like a dark, very nice scent. So I would probably say it's woody, like a dark woody scent. It has like a watermelon note. I don't know if this thing has watermelon. I haven't checked the notes, but for some reason it's reminding me like a watermelon, like a dark, I don't even know if that's a thing, like a dark watermelon. It's like dark and woody, like a watermelon, like a pungent watermelon. And like a little wine note. And there's like a dash of like a green grassy note that I can't describe what it is. But if I were to describe it in like 2 words or in 2 notes, I would say like a dark woody watermelon wine cologne. I don't know if they have watermelon wine or something like that, but it's like a wine, like a fresh wine, or like a dark fresh wine with woody notes in it. I will look at the notes after this just to try to pick them out, but that's what I'm getting from my nose. It's kind of hard to describe. But yeah, like a watermelon, like a dark watermelon wine, dark watermelon wine with some wood notes, and a little bit of that green grassy, like a little green grassy note. Not like in the vicinity of the pine. You know how you get when people say green grassy notes, they kind of think of like the Versace Pour Homme and like the piney colognes or the piney body washes. It's more in like the Versace Pour Homme type of greenish note. It's a rather magnificent scent, I'm not gonna lie. It's a great scent. And now here I still have the I think I'm going nose blind. Okay, so right here I have the dry down right here, but we're not talking about the dry down. Let's describe the opening on a fresh piece of clothes or a piece of cloth. Here's the atomizer on cloth. One more time. Great atomizer. Now I'll describe the opening. So I'm gonna wear this shirt tomorrow, so it doesn't matter if I spray it. Huh. See, like every time I spray cologne on like cloth, it smells more alcoholic compared to like my skin. I don't know why. It's probably the material. So right here it smells more alcoholic. I'm just gonna let it sit for like, or let it air it out. Let me air it out for like 30 seconds. Cause I'm getting, I'm choking myself. This thing is strong. 3 sprays already. I'm choking myself out. So happy. See, I'm turning red because this thing is pretty strong. I've only encountered 3 strong colognes: the YSl Y, the Perry Ellis 360 Red. I returned that one because it was way too strong, and Xena Hypnotic Amber. Those things are strong. Oh, dude, it smells a lot better on clothes. It smells like it almost smells like detergent on clothes. Okay, so now let me try to describe it on clothes. So right here, I'm getting more of that wine, or on skin, I'm getting more of that wine, watermelon, dark note type of scent. And on clothes, I'm getting more. I'm getting something fresher. Like, it still smells kind of like this, but it smells a lot more bright on clothes. I'm going nose blind. Could be. Like, on clothes, it smells fresher. It kind of reminds me more of YSl Y, the Eau Fresh version, because I really like that one. I should have picked that one up. It reminds me of, it's going, like, on the fresher side. On clothes, it's on the fresher side. I think I'm going nose blind. I can't smell anything anymore. Okay, so on like my clothes, and it's more like an aromatic scent. And when I mean an aromatic, I'm trying to say like more like a little bit of a spicier scent, like a spicier fresh scent, kind of like Febreze. I would say that's aromatic, like the fresher Febreze ones. But it reminds me of a lot of YSl Fresh. I don't know why it's clicking. Like, okay, so on clothes, I'm not really getting that watermelon note that I tried to pick out earlier. It doesn't really, like that wine note is still in there. And it's not as dark and woody as it is on my skin. Like, it's so weird. Like, it's definitely fresher and brighter. Like, on my skin, it's a lot darker. Like, it smells a lot better on clothes, man. Back to describing the scent, though. This is even harder to describe. So I'm getting citrus. Why am I not getting citrus here? Okay, now this is more grassy now. I'm getting like a citrus, like maybe that's watermelon. You know what? I'll say this is grapefruit, because it's not. It's like a citrus, but it reminds me of watermelon. And the only thing I can think of that's like a citrus and like a watermelon is like a grapefruit. Even the grapefruit's like sour. But like a lemon's too sweet. An orange is too sweet. I think a grapefruit would be like what this note is. You mean like a grapefruit? Like a woody grapefruit? Yeah, like I'm getting like a woody, like this is like dark. Okay, so like on clothes, it kind of smells like a woody grapefruit, and on my skin, the opening, it just smells woody now. Like that watermelon note went away. What happened? Like that wine note disappeared too, huh? See, this is what I'm saying. It's hard to describe cologne because it just changes. It's definitely woody. So it's starting to settle into like a more woody, greenish note. See, I don't know what vetiver is, but when I think of like green note, people say vetiver for some reason. But I'm getting like a green note, like a dark woody green note is what it is on skin now. And on my clothes, it's like a bright woody citrus scent. So on clothes, dark woody and like a sour, pungent citrus scent. And on my wrist, this is opening, like a woody, not even dark, just like a woody green scent. Like a woody green scent, which is so hard to describe, man. It is a great scent nonetheless, but it's so hard to describe. Now let me go for the dry down. So opening smells a lot different because you have your top notes. Now we're going to more the main notes or the base notes. I think I'm going nose blind. Like I can't even smell it on my skin anymore. This thing is strong. It'll like burn your nostrils. I think I went nose blind. I can't smell anymore. Let me get some coffee. Okay, yeah, okay. So I can definitely smell it on the dry down shirt. Okay, so the dry down's a little bit different on my skin. The dry down, you're getting that woodiness and like that watermelon. See, now that I can smell that watermelon scent again. I can't smell here. So now it's like woody. It's still that a little bit dark woody. That watermelon note is coming back. And dash of citrus. So woody, watermelon, dash of citrus. Doesn't smell like that wine anymore. Like that wine note kind of disappeared. I think the wine note is what's making it dark in the opening. I don't know. I'm not sure if it has a wine note. I'm gonna check in a bit. But definitely woody. I can smell citrus. That little watermelon citrus note is still there, and that little green note I would say is still there. And I'm kind of like going in circles, but it's hard to describe cologne without the notes. I've had the notes. I can probably pick them out, and like try to describe it better. So I'm gonna do that in a bit. Try to give you guys an honest review. And on clothes, the dry down's a lot fresher. So on clothes, I'm getting like dark woody. On clothes, it's like woody and citrus is on the clothes. Okay, so I'm tired of guessing. So I'm gonna go check the notes because like it's eating me up inside that I can't describe this scent. And I'm gonna go more nose blind if I don't check the notes. So I'm looking right here on Fragrantica, and they're describing it as aromatic, fresh, spicy, and woody, fruity, and a fruity scent. So it's definitely aromatic, it's definitely fresh and spicy, and it's definitely woody. Let's see what it has. Okay, so I'm looking at the perfume pyramid on Fragrantica. Apple, that's what it was, apple. So the top notes are apple, ginger, and bergamot. Okay, so I kind of was right with that citrus scent. Apple, this is green apple. Green apple? There's green apple. Okay, so I got this all wrong, huh? Okay, so the opening is apple, ginger, and bergamot. Then what's making it like turn into like that wine scent? Interesting. And the middle notes are, which is kind of like a dry down, sage, juniper berries, geranium. And then the base notes are amberwood, tonka bean, cedar, vetiver, and olibanum. Okay, so now, dude, I got the whole thing wrong. Like my head's like exploding right now because like I thought I had a watermelon because it's hard to describe. I thought I had a watermelon accord in there, a watermelon like a wine note, and like a touch of green note and wood. But it doesn't have watermelon or wine, so that's interesting. But I'm describing it as watermelon wine because it's like It's like a darker scent. Now let me. Um, so people describe this as more as a. So the top notes are what the main notes according to the Fragrantics are apple, sage, and ginger. Apple, sage, and ginger. The three notes, and then bergamot following. The top four notes are apple, green apple, sage, geranium, and bergamot. Okay, now I'm like so confused. Huh. Okay, so I'm guessing when I thought it was like that watermelon grapefruit accord, I guess a green apple would fit perfectly on it, like in there, because it's like green apple, like apples are sweet, but a green apple is more sour. So that's what I was trying to describe, I guess, a green apple note. And sage, oh, okay, I see where the sage is coming from. So the sage is like that green note that I was saying, that I was trying to pick it on the opening, because sage is more like a green scent. So you can so now that I have the notes right here, I would say that watermelon note, that watermelon and dark wine note, the watermelon and the dark wine note that I was picking out earlier is a green apple in the opening, and like that green note that I was picking out earlier is definitely sage. But that dark woody note, what would that be? I mean, there's cedar in here, so I guess that would be like the cedar. That's what I'm picking out in the opening. Because I described the opening, dark and woody, wine, and watermelon. I remember those three notes. And I also said it had a hint of like some green note. So the green apple would be that watermelon note, the watermelon wine note. The sage would be that green note that I was talking about, and a dark woody note would be the that cedar wood. People smell ginger, but I don't even know what ginger smells like, to be honest. Maybe that ginger is giving it that wine note, that ginger and that bergamot. Because you know how I was talking about how on close the opening was more citrusy? That could be the bergamot. So on close I can probably smell more of the bergamot. Okay, the opening. So on the close, more bergamot. So on close, you'll probably get more of that citrus bergamot, geranium scent. But in your on skin, you're gonna get more of that green apple, sage, cedar. That is interesting. Like, yeah, it's hard to describe. Like I'm telling you, like if you ask someone on the street to describe it and try to like put it into words, or like fruits and like essential oils, I don't think people will say it's green apple. I don't think people would say or pick out the sage or be like correct when they describe it as sage or geranium, or ginger or bergamot. People probably say bergamot because there is a citrus opening, but I doubt people will get like that green apple note or perfectly pick out that green apple note and that sage note. That is like, my mind's like all over the place and like getting dizzy because this thing this thing is strong. This thing is strong. So yeah, now that I have Fragrantica, I would definitely say the opening. See, now I'm confused. I don't even know what to say anymore because I'm confused. I would say on skin, you're getting green apple, sage, and like cedar, and maybe geranium is that wine note. So you're definitely gonna get apple, green apple, sage, ginger, and cedar on your skin in the opening. And on your clothes, you're definitely going to get that bergamot, a little bit of that sage. You're definitely getting that cedar because it's like woody. And that, maybe that geranium note that's making it more of that wine note. But it does smell fresh. It does smell more citrusy on your clothes. See, this is why I'm an amateur reviewer. I can't freaking, pick out any notes. And the Drydown, because the middle notes are like sage, juniper, geranium, amberwood, tonka bean, cedar, vetiver, and olibanum. I can't even smell the dry down anymore. Like, my nose is like, this thing is strong. It just like burned my nose. So in the dry, I guess in the dry down, I'm still picking up that apple ginger. Like that dark woodiness is kind of gone now that I smell it. So I would say that the dry down is more like apple and ginger. I'm kind of disappointed because I'm starting to confuse the notes, just because this thing kind of like is strong and it's not what I expected. But again, I'm giving you guys a genuine type of description. I'm not going to try to lie to you and say I picked this out. No. It's what my nose thinks. I'm going nose blind. So I would say, like, take this with a grain of salt, but I would say the dry down is like green apple. See, I'm trying to confuse the notes. Green apple. So dry down is just more green apple. And maybe that ginger, that little wine note that I was speaking of. So just green apple and ginger, which is a little wine note. I'm surprised it didn't have watermelon or wine. And now I have the dry down. See, the dry down smells a lot different in like my shirt. My dry down on my shirt, because I sprayed this at the same time, the dry downs. So if you're spraying on your shirt, the dry down smells a lot better on your shirt. On your shirt, I'm getting more of that citrus. So I'm going to say the bergamot. Yep, I'm getting more of that bergamot, which is a citrus. I'm getting bergamot and ginger. So on the dry down, it's just more bergamot and ginger. And the main notes according to your votes, there's definitely bergamot and ginger. We're not really getting that green apple or the sage anymore. So bergamot and ginger on the dry down. And I believe I said apple. Apple. See, it's like not as citrusy here on the dry down. Oh, the dry down's over here. Yeah, it's more like, it's less citrusy on my skin. I'm getting more apple. More of that green apple. I guess that watermelon note that I was trying to pick out earlier, it's a green apple. And ginger is that wine note. So it's definitely brighter on your clothes. I think it smells better on your clothes just because you're getting more of a citrus and ginger scent. Like a citrus, ginger, winey scent on the clothes. And on your skin, you're going to get more of that green apple and ginger. Yeah, that kind of took me for a loop, and my nose is kind of like, yeah, it's kind of messed up. Because this thing, I'm telling you guys, this thing is strong, and you might go nose blind. And this is one of the colognes where I think you won't get nose blind. See, I'm not making any sense anymore. This is one of the you'll be nose blind to the notes, like if you're trying to describe it, but you're gonna smell it. Like it's gonna be one of those scents, kind of like Rosati YSl Elixir, where you spray it, and you're still gonna get whiffs of it, even if you get used to it. So, like for example, Versace Arrows, it's a cologne that I mainly use. It's like my daily driver, right? I would wear that thing, and I stop smelling it. Or like Club de Nuit Iconic, I would wear it, and I won't smell anymore, but it'd still be on me. Or like what other cologne do I wear a lot? Or Ultramall, I will wear it, and then no, I think I can still smell Ultramall. Or or like Dylan Blue, I would wear it and I'd go nose blind to it. This cologne, you wear it, you could probably wear it like a month straight, and you're still gonna get whiffs of it. So that's interesting. That's an interesting thing about this. The YSl Elixir. So I'll bring out YSl Elixir right now for you guys. So like if you guys don't know anything about cologne, this is Versace Arrows EDT. Like I'll go nose blind to this. Wearing a month straight, I can't smell it the next day, but it'll still be present. This will be like kind of like this YSl Elixir, where you wear it and you'll get that chocolate scent or that note. I don't know. I think it has chocolate in it. You'll get like a dark chocolate, like Carlos Cinco, which is like a Mexican chocolate type note that you'll keep smelling But this thing, you wear it, it's gonna project, and you might choke yourself out, but you'll definitely be able to smell it. This is not something you're gonna go nose blind to it at all. Like, I'll go nose blind to this bad boy right here, even though I like this. But yeah, you're not gonna go nose blind to this. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I don't know. I just don't go nose blind to this thing because I can still smell it. So let's talk about. I know this is long. This was a long videos, but I like making long videos. I'll put the timestamp so you can skip everything. But let's go to the projection. I'm gonna try to wrap it up because I have to go. I have to go pee. Okay, so let's get to the projection. So the projection, it's gonna project for like three hours, maybe 4 hours on a good day. If it's cool enough, I think it'll project. If it's like 80 degrees, it'll project probably for 4 hours. And this will leave a strong scent trail. So don't even worry about like, hey, are they gonna smell me? No, you wear this, they're gonna smell you. Let me check Fragrantica. Let me see what people on Fragrantica are saying. So for the longevity, people are saying it's a long lasting. So it's like, half the people are saying it's moderate and more than half, or like a quarter is saying it's moderate, and like 75% of the people are saying it's long lasting. The sillage is definitely, people are saying it's moderate. More people are saying it's moderate, and then some people are saying it's strong. I think the sillage on this thing is strong, just because it's a strong, you know, headache inducing scent. So I would say, if I were to rate it on Fragrantica, I would say it's a strong. It'll have a strong center or sillage. So don't even worry that, am I gonna spend like $100 on a discount and people are gonna smell you? No, you spend $100, they're gonna smell you. So don't worry about projection issues or sillage. This thing is one of the stronger performing. This thing is like this bad boy. It's gonna project and it's gonna perform. Yeah. But after you get to like 6, 7 hours, 6, 7, 8, pretty much the end of the day, people are gonna have to get close to you or smell you. But at that point, you know, it's the end of the day. You don't really. At that point, I don't think I would care. I would mostly care more like the first 5 hours. You know, the day's over. You're going home. You know, I don't think you really care. So now we're gonna go to Blindbuy Save. Oh, where's the cap? Is it Blindbuy Save? As always, don't blind buy a cologne. Try to go to your Macy's, Ulta, Sephora, Nordstrom, and test it out, you know? Because just because I like the scent and think it works for me, it's not going to work for you. Just because another reviewer likes the scent, you may not like it, you know what I mean? Kind of like this thing. Like, people say it's a good scent, and I kind of do like it, but I think that, I don't know, there's like a dark chocolate note that I don't like that comes from this. But always try to get yourself a decant. If you can't test it, if you don't have a Macy's or like a beauty store next to you, get yourself a decant, you know, before trying this bad boy out. Because, you know, if your nose is sensitive to cologne, you might choke yourself out and not like it. But if you don't really care, then, you know, you'll like it. Are people gonna like it? You know, people are gonna love it. It's a great scent, you know. If you have a girlfriend, she's gonna like it. And, you know, if you have your classmates are gonna like it. If you're a woman and you have a boyfriend and, you know, you share colognes with him, he's definitely gonna like it. Random people are gonna like it. It's not one of those colognes that are like, you know, that are like too much, like a spice bomb. Nah, people are gonna like this. I mean, it's one of the best selling colognes in the US for a reason. I mean, you get a cool bottle, you get a strong scent. It's a very versatile scent, you know, spring, fall, summer, even winter if you really want to. But always check a discounter or like get yourself a decant, because $170 plus like at a retail is a little too much. Even though I got it at retail, when I bought it originally back in 2019, it came with a bottle and like a little deodorant. But I use Old Spice deodorant, the antiperspirant. I don't really like deodorant. I prefer antiperspirant deodorant, so I threw that away. But yeah, what else? I will leave the timestamps to pretty much the breakdown of the video, and thank you for tuning in. Have a great Sunday.